What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another one-piece deck profile, and this time I got my first place co-champion with Aaron, who you just saw. My first place Great Pirate Festival Gecko Moria strategy. I went 7-0 in the first 7 rounds. It was 8 rounds of Swiss, and then top cut to top 16, top 8, top 4, and then finals. I was 7-0, and then I lost to Katakuri in the last round of Swiss, so I ended up getting second in Swiss. And then myself and Aaron, teammates, we made it to the finals, and we just decided to split the championship, so we were co-champions that day. But I'll get into the deck. So obviously I played Gecko Moria. Gecko's like obviously a crazy deck into the format, and just has like average to decent matchups against all the decks, so except for Perona, but a lot of Perona players are bad, so we'll get into the Thriller Bark cards first. So 4 Victorious Sindri, and ideally you can play this turn 1 and then milled something crazy, but every single time I milled it, I milled 4 events to go along with it. So I literally think I hit 1 Thriller Bark off of this all day, so it was pretty bad, but it's a 2K and it's searchable off Hogback. Perona obviously is crazy. Hogback, people were cutting this to 3, but I wanted to play 4. I just think, the more Thriller Bark good cards, the better. But I will say that there was someone who I played in the top 8 that showed me how it was a mirror match, and they just showed me how valuable this card was. I didn't really, he was just abusing Hogback over and over and over, and it netted him so much value that I barely won the game with a Sabo in the end, but he just kind of enlightened me to how good that card is, and I'm just going to implement that strategy going forward. And then obviously 4 Absalom, 4 Gecko Moria, just Gecko being the best card in the game right now probably. And then 4 brand new for the Navy stuff, 4 Suru, the best 2K counter obviously, and then 3 Helmeppo. A lot of lists play 2, and then there's a 2 there in this deck. There's 48 standard cards, and then 2 flex spots. One in my deck would be the Helmeppo. You could change it for Tashigi 2K counter or something. And then some people play 3 Ice Age, which I think is obviously wrong, but I chose to do the 3 Helmeppo, 3 Borsalino, which is just wins you the black matchup a lot of times. Obviously really bad into Perona and Sakazuki, but still it's just good enough into Gecko that it's the mirror match that it's really crazy, and it's really good into yellow early to play around Gadatsu and stuff. And then 2 Kuzan. A lot of people say this card's bad and they want to cut it, but I just don't agree. I just think if you play around Gadatsu and yellow, this card just wins you the game. And then for non-Navy stuff, obviously 3 Lucci. Some people play 4, but that's one of those tech spots I was talking about. And then also some people play 4 Sabo. Sabo is definitively probably the most crazy card in the deck, just because the meta right now is all Gecko, all Sakazuki, all Katakuri with Gadatsu and Rejects. So Sabo is absolutely bonkers, and it won me so many games. And then 4 Band Event and 4 Ice Age to wrap it up. And then I'll go through my matchups. So my first round was against a Zephyr player. I was really scared, because I didn't know what cards he was playing. But won. I just abused Perona and swung 5 a lot. Round 2 was Yamato, which was the what is it called? The the Wano version, but it also had a Noah's Ark in it, the Ark of Noah in it. So whenever he discarded that off Perona, I felt pretty safe. Round 3 was the mirror match. I think I went first, and in the mirror match you just want to go first, so yeah. Round 4 was probably the hardest one. It was Sakazuki. He actually Rob Lucci'd me, hard played Rob Lucci'd me 3 times early in the game, so that his trash was just nothing. And at the one turn, he really needed to respond to my Gecko with a Gecko of a Rob Lucci. He played the Gecko and then realized he had a Rob Lucci, a Helmeppo, and 2 other cards, and already used leader effect. So it was he obviously couldn't use the Rob Lucci, so that just won me the game on the spot. And then round 5 was against Reiju. you know, you just open Ice Age and you beat that deck. Round 6 was against Whitebeard. So I played 6 different decks going into round 7. But Whitebeard, everyone says that like Whitebeard is crazy in the meta, but I just think Gecko is a really good matchup into Whitebeard because you can just clear their aces with Ice Age, Absalom, Ice Age, Absalom. And then like you have blockers like Sabo and Borso to like take the leader hit, and then they can't swing unblockable for game. And then round 7 was that Gecko player I was talking about. I played him on round 7 and in top 8, but got the W in that one. And then round 8 was my loss against Katakuri. He was on like the regional winning list that won like this weekend's regional, some big regional, with like Brulees in the 1/8 drop. And I would have beat him, but he triggered a Satori out of his last life, which, you know, let him go for game. And then top 16, so I was second after Swiss, so I played Yamato, but this time it was the Sky Island version. Game 1 I went first and I won because I just like kept countering out. I stayed at 5 life the whole time. And then game 2 I lost because I made like this weird play where I was going to like clear something with Absalom, played Borsalino, but then I looked at, oh, he had a 7-drop Inno on the field and I Ice Aged it, and then I played Absalom to kill him, made him trash for life, and I was going to play Borsalino, and then I look at my trash and the Borsalino that was in my hand is in the trash. I don't know how it got there, but I lost that game. And then I beat him the last game. And then top 8 was that Gecko player I was talking about. I went loss, win, win. And then top 4 was against Katakuri. And since me and Aaron have played that matchup a billion times, and it was really easy. It was just win-win. And then in the finals we split. So that's my first place. Co-first place, Gecko Moria deck at the Great Pirate Festival. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece deck profiles, and peace out.